Well, we're finally here. The end of Xenoverse 2. It's been a long 10 years. I mean, Super was still in the Future Trunks arc by the time the game came out. When I planned this video out months ago, it was initially gonna be the Future Saga retrospective. Then as I thought about it, I wanted to turn it into the Few retrospective. Now, it's expanded into breaking down the entirety of the DLC stories and many other things I want to talk about, just as a way to celebrate this game that has been in my life for a decade. After going through these stories again, I realize a lot of this post-game plot has been set up throughout the years. But the large time gaps between releases caused me to forget a lot of smaller moments and lines of dialogue. I'm assuming most of you forgot too, so this video will serve as a way to show how it all flows together. So let's talk about the nearly 10-year-long history of this game's DLC.
All set to take a peek at the future! You'll join me, won't you?
The main story of Xenoverse 2 sees our antagonists, the Time Breakers, seek the revival of the Demon Realm, and to make Mira the strongest being in time and space. They get pretty close to achieving this goal, or at least Mira almost becomes the strongest by betraying Toa. But in the end, our protagonist ends up erasing the demonic duo in a blinding Kamehameha or a Dragon Fist. Despite all of history being at stake, it seemed everything turned out alright in the end. However, these crafty demons were not without their contingency plans. The Super Pack set was prime Dragon Ball Super representation, as it was one of the few games that came out in the years Super aired. Made Dimps' job pretty easy when it came to character selection and story choices. It makes the first ever DLC pack pretty funny in retrospect. Are you really charging me $10 for a pack that's just Kaba and Frost? Are you kidding me? Not too long after the final battle of the game, more distortions in time appear in the battles between Universe 6 and 7. Goku and Buu are missing, resulting in Team Beerus only having 3 fighters. Buu being gone is no major loss, considering he slept through the whole thing anyway, so the Time Patrol searches for Goku while you substitute as a member for Universe 7. Piccolo takes Goku's place as the frontrunner and knocks Botamo out of bounds while you take the entrance exam. You know, to make sure you're smart enough to understand the rules and you're not like a drooling idiot. Magetta doesn't show up because he's not in the game obviously, but they do justify his absence.
Apparently, Trumpa called him a rust bucket earlier. He lost his will to fight and went home.
They really couldn't off-screen him like Botamo because he was after Frost in the team order, and there's no way Piccolo could solo him. Goku arrives, revealing he forgot what day this tournament started and was spending time on King Kai's. So far, the changes in history seem to be minor and easily corrected. But that won't last much longer. Champa gets the bright idea to do tag matches for the rest of the tournament, pairing you up with Piccolo as you face Frost and Kaba. Things follow close to the main timeline, like Frost revealing himself to be a snake, Piccolo subbing out for Vegeta, and Kaba being angered into Super Saiyan.
Won't let you hurt Sadala! You will not hurt my family!
You take care of the young Super Saiyan as Vegeta's quickly beaten by Hit, who is now infected with villainous energy. Before you can process that, Kaba and Frost rejoin the fight with the same demonic aura. The Timebreaker magic now persists even without Toa and Mira, meaning the Time Patrol must still stay vigilant and find the source. Goku joins the fray, with your goal to whittle the opponents down to just Hit. Once your job is done, you leave the battle, to Beerus' dismay, and Goku fights for your honor.
Well then, that's a nuisance.
You should watch what you say, because that nuisance is a friend of mine and you're not being very nice.
Oh, you two seem pretty tight.
Yes, we are.
Trunks finds how the mission played out very strange. Once Goku showed back up to the tournament, that's when changes to history started happening like crazy. Like it all played out the way someone designed. Afterwards, a timeline distortion happens in the future Trunks arc, meaning our Trunks is sent on another mission so he doesn't interfere. He already pulled that stunt once in the story, and Chronoa isn't letting that happen again. So instead, your Xenoverse 1 avatar will take his place as your partner. The first change we see is dark magic taking over Trunks' time machine, preventing him from escaping into the past and allowing Goku Black to end his life at the beginning of the arc.
It's the end for you, Trunks.
Your Xenoverse 1 avatar goes back to make sure Trunks is able to reach the past, and so you assist Goku with fighting Black in the present. Listening to these voices in the DLC is a trip, man. All of these characters got dub voices before the arcs themselves, meaning some performances are slightly off since it's their first time voicing the characters. This will be Aaron Roberts' final time as Hit, I assume.
So, it looks like it's down to just you and me now.
Some actors are still finding their footing.
Capiche? Come on, you lazy good-for-nothing!
It doesn't matter. They'll be back. And when they do, we'll finish them off.
Sean as Goku Black's two voices are hilarious.
You've come a long way for a mortal. As a reward, I have something to show you.
Of course my eloquence would be lost on the crude ears of mortals. Goodness, why do I even bother?
And this is one of the last times we hear Chris Ayers as Frieza.
I didn't use enough power.
The end of this game is the end of an era in many different ways, that's for sure. Elder Kai warns you need to be cautious traveling back to the Time Nest, as Black's time ring would allow him to follow you back, so he needs to be sucked back to the future first. But the Goku doppelganger becomes aware of your identity thanks to said time ring reacting to your presence. Once the battle ends like normal, you go back to the Time Nest and continue making your way through the arc's major events. It becomes clear that Zamasu and Black are keenly aware of the Time Patrol and seek to eliminate them after they wrap things up in Trunks' world. Thanks to the power of the Time Ring and Energy Scythe, Black creates a portal to other timelines, summoning movie villains to face the heroes. During the fight, Goku drops the Zeno button, which falls on our Xenoverse 1 protagonist to find. Fuse Zamasu is formed, and now an even greater threat than he was in the original arc. This means Trunks' spirit sword from before won't be enough to put him down.
So, where will you go for aid now? The past? The future? Or to those who circumvent time?
But through the same time rift the other villains came through, Trunks calls upon the power of those who seek peace across space and time, with multiple Trunkses donating energy to their super counterpart.
You would scorn a god? You would subvert justice?
To hell with your justice! You don't deserve it!
Impossible! This can't be!
Future Zamasu's physical body is destroyed, but we of course know that's not the end.
Zamasu!
He came all the way to the Time Nest?
Spying from behind the curtain, were you? Did you enjoy the show? Do you think yourselves above the gods?
But it doesn't matter how much you struggle. The fact that you disappear is a part of history.
What?
We have friends. Time patrollers. Don't underestimate them.
Ah!
Luckily, our old hero got the Xeno button back to Goku in time in order to set history on the right course. But there's still some lingering questions though. How did Zamasu obtain the villainous energy? Were they the ones affecting the previous arc's fighters? I mean, Zamasu was aware of the tournament and could have sought to have Goku eliminated sooner. Though, he wouldn't get his new body then. Was the Time Ring alone responsible for this power, or is there another culprit at play? While we don't actually get the answer to these questions, the next story gives us some pretty good suspects. Now, Extra Pack 2 is the DLC that redefined the game. This finally brings in characters introduced for the last 2 packs into the setting, and the story here is a fan favorite, the beloved Infinite History mode. By the way, if you're wondering why the footage looks different for this beginning section, it's because I was using the revamp mod until the game updated without my knowledge, rendering the mod useless. So, just roll with it for now, you'll get vanilla Xenoverse 2 again real soon. Your character runs into the Time Nest, having been summoned by the Supreme Kai of Time for a mission. But an unwelcome face makes their appearance.
I've been waiting.
Supreme Kai of Time, you wanted to see us?
With Chronoa missing and everyone else just accepting the situation, it seems good old Demigra has finally fulfilled his dream of becoming Supreme Kai of Time. But before he can process that, a new face comes out of the Time Vault.
Oh, yes! Manipulating history is so much fun! But maybe I'm doing it too much. Maybe not. Anyway, I'm gonna absorb you now. Cool? Bye-bye!
What is that strange look for?
And just like that, everything's back to normal, with no one realizing what just transpired. 4 time rifts have appeared throughout Conton City, causing time patrollers to be infected with evil energy. Since you've gone through the main story and encountered many foes infected by this dark key, you've seemingly built some level of immunity to Timebreaker magic. Despite Toa and Mira being destroyed, it's safe to assume this mess is still the plot of some time-traveling manipulator. Your job is to investigate the situation with your current instructor joining you. There's no need to worry about them affecting history, as these time rifts exist in their own pocket time-space. Therefore, any changes there won't affect the main history. This is an important piece of information to keep in mind. Put it in your brain bank for later. Rift numero uno is the dimension Whis transported Goku and Vegeta to in order to unlock Super Saiyan Blue. Once you get your bearings, you find them training with Whis apparently, despite the fact he wasn't in here before in the original timeline.
Ow, 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 ow! That kinda hurt! I guess I should expect nothing less from Beerus' own teacher.
Damn. One more time!
That's unusual. He shouldn't be. Whis is here.
Oh, no, Vegeta. Your thoughts are all over the place.
The mysterious figure either changed history so that they think he's Whis, or they're under an illusion screwing with their perception. He goes by the name Fu, and is using this time rift to conduct an experiment. Since this is a time rift, Fu finds no problem in messing with history, despite the protests of our cast. The 2 Saiyans start itching for a fight and decide to join in. Through this battle, they start to near the point of reaching Super Saiyan Blue. Fu finds going with the canon outcome boring though, and decides it'd be a little more interesting to pump them full of Blutz waves, thereby turning them into Super Saiyan 4. The duo assume they've reached the level of gods and continue their fight. Which is funny because this Goku has already experienced becoming a Super Saiyan God, and so he believes being Super Saiyan 4 is at least comparable to that. Once they're defeated, Fu absorbs the time rift and you're sent back. This implies your character was unknowingly sent into a time rift in the beginning, explaining how Demigra being the god of time was just accepted by everyone else. The mysterious Fu really takes an interest in you, even inviting you to come with him, and steal some DNA samples from you. Ugh. Before he can do anything crazy though, he's chased away by Chronoa. The Kais find it unlikely Fu can affect time like this by himself, which lines up with him denying responsibility for the creation of these rifts. Fu can now chill in the time nest whenever he wants, utilizing some kind of cloaking effect thanks to, I don't know, some kind of demon realm sorcery or technology. The only one who can see through the disguise is Yu, but he convinces Yu to keep his presence a secret. In the following missions, you can either stop changes to history in the time rifts via the recommendation of the Time Patrol, or follow Fu's advice and spice things up. It really doesn't matter to the Time Patrol, as either way the rift gets sealed. So the real decision for these choices lie in if you're willing to let Fu gain energy in order to see how these changes play out. As the more distortions to history a time rift has when he absorbs it, the more power he gains in turn. In order to make things more interesting for the overall narrative, we will go along with Fu for every decision. Now that I'm not using the revamp mod anymore to have Xeno Goku, I went back to my favorite mentor.
You're so characteristic of a mortal, which is to say, utterly embarrassing.
Rift 2 takes place in the Wait for the Cell games, where our favorite bio-android is challenged by some familiar faces.
Oh, this is ridiculous. I have already absorbed you both once and achieved my perfect form. However, I am happy to do it again.
Interesting. It seems Goku is alive and well in this timeline.
Excellent. We can finally complete our objective after all this time.
Really?
Listen up. My sole mission is the destruction of Goku. Nothing more. You hear me?
Ah, another crappy older model, from one to the next. I think I'll just take you on all at once. This is gonna be a lot of fun.
Thanks to being powered up by villainous energy, Cell falls to the hands of these enhanced androids, causing Goku to come and see what the heck is happening around here. Once they see him, you know there's only one way this can go down. Fu wishes to see how this will unfold, as if the androids kill Goku, it'd be fascinating to see what they'd want to do next.
Goku! Oh man, that was over too soon.
Can this truly be the only reason Dr. Gero created us? Is this it?
Let's go, 18.
Go? Go where?
I don't know.
And what about you?
I guess you've lost your purpose too. We'll figure out something. Come with us.
And once again, he gobbles up the energy of the timeline. The Time Patrol are still only able to speculate on his motives, but you can tell in his interactions that he's just like a giddy little kid, and in a way he enjoys spending time with the squad, even if only you can see him. Rift 3 takes us to the classic battle between Vegito and Buu, but with a surprise guest.
And you! You're hiding your true power, aren't you? Show me what you've got!
Very well.
After Fu spawns in Videl, he manipulates her into gaining the will to fight Super Buu in order to save her dad. While Dabra seems like not that big a deal for a timeline change, his power and dialogue reveal that something sinister is brewing.
Give the Supreme Card of Time a message. Tell her I shall see that she pays 10 times over for what she did to my dear sister Toa.
How does he know about us?
He's gone!
And not just from Earth, from history. It looks like he moved to another time space.
You can get back to that later. For right now, Buu must be defeated.
Is this real life or a dream? We defeated Majin Buu!
I've got to be honest. I planned to let him absorb me, but I guess it was better not to cut it so close. Besides, we saved Dende too. Now we can restore Earth with the Dragon Balls. Although, how do we explain this to Chi-Chi and Bulma once they come back to life?
I wonder what'll happen now that Buu's no longer part of the story. Any ideas? Will the God of Destruction get to eat his pudding instead of fighting Goku and all the cool stuff that followed? Buu might not get reincarnated either. Poor Goku will probably be super sad about that.
Who the hell are you? Where did you come from?
We really should do this again, Kay? Bye!
And just like that, another time rift down. But there's some bad news.
This is the timeline where Majin Buu turns Deborah into a cookie and eats him. Except someone secretly changed it.
Turns out Toa actually saved her brother Dabra in the past when she invaded the time nest with Mira. She used some kind of stealthy magic so that the affected time scroll wouldn't be found easily, allowing Dabra to bide his time to gain strength and get his revenge. Therefore, a lot of changes and villainous possessions were done by Dabra to gain energy, similar to Fu. And it's him who's responsible for all the time rifts appearing. So, maybe it was Dabra who manipulated the events of the first few DLCs, using them as ways to fuel his current power. Now we enter the final time rift, with Trunks facing Goku Black, Zamasu, and an even greater threat than both of them combined.
Wait a minute! Zamasu and Rose aren't alone! This isn't good!
Is that Jiren? What in tarnation is Universe 11's strongest fighter doing here of all places?
It's obvious, isn't it? Deborah brainwashed him and sent him here.
Jiren's power is on a whole nother level. It'll hardly be fair to us if we have to fight him.
Trunks is in a tough spot. We'd better give him an ally, huh? A really tough, really brave one.
Are you... Hey, Trunks! Wow, look how you've grown! It's time I repaid my debt to you. Let me give you a hand.
Before you go on saying, "Oh my gosh, future Trunks must remember Tapion because he's the one who gave him the sword," Chronoa clarifies that the ancient warrior never met future Trunks. What could this guy possibly contribute to a fight among gods, you may be asking? Well, it's thanks to an ability Tapion had in the Wrath of the Dragon movie.
If I can't kill you, I'll have to seal you away.
What did you say?
Trunks! Pin him down! I'll seal him inside my body.
Are you sure about this?
Don't worry about me. Let's not forget, this is what I came here to do.
Damn it! How could our plan possibly have failed?
With Zamasu sealed and his allies defeated, the battle comes to a close, along with the rift.
I'm gonna get so much energy from this! This has been the best day or week, who knows anymore? I get giddy just thinking about all the stuff I could do with this energy. I should maybe start a list or something.
And just what, pray tell, are you going to do with all that energy? I've been wondering just who you are, actually. Tell me everything.
What do I even want? Does it even matter? That's a wrap. Domo arigato.
Once you make your way back to the time nest, everything seems a little too quiet.
It's rather quiet here, is it not? This would normally be the ideal situation. No, something isn't quite right here. It's too quiet. You, come with me. We're returning to Conton City.
Everyone in the city has been turned to stone by Dabra's spit, meaning an attack on Conton City has already happened. You race to the time vault to check on Chronoa, only to come face to face with the Demon King himself. He kidnaps Chronoa and takes her to the crack of time.
If it were only mortals that suffered this fate, I wouldn't have much to say. But curse those wretched demons! I shall purge them from this world, restore glory to the gods. You will assist me in my divine work. Come!
This fireball shall not go out so long as I am alive. I will enjoy making you suffer by my hands.
While he harbors great hatred towards the Supreme Kai of Time, his vendetta obviously extends to you as well. He'll bring in an assistant, usually Demigra, but it can change depending on which mentor you selected.
Unbelievable! How could you be more powerful?
Looks like it's been a tough fight.
You're late again, Fu. You're probably wondering just what or who Fu really is. Let me explain. You see, Fu is a unique mutant, made from the cells of Mira and my dear sister Toa. So, that makes him part of my family. My rightful successor to the throne.
So, if Few is made from Toa and Mira's cells, that would mean he's part demon and all the other races mixed into Mira's biology. So he's likely part Saiyan, Namekian, and Earthling at bare minimum. Not to mention, he could have unique genetics that weren't applied to his father. Unfortunately for Dabra, it seems that Few's intentions do not align with the Demon King's goals.
Use that energy to destroy these mortals and revive the demon realm.
No way.
What?
I worked hard to get all this energy. Killing them with it would be a terrible waste if you ask me. I need to explore all the possibilities. You know, experiment with it a little. Throw it on the wall and see what sticks.
But we have to avenge Toa.
Sorry, big guy, but I'm not interested in revenge or demon realms. It's really not my thing, catch my drift? I'm gonna do pretty much whatever I wanna do.
You colossal, ungrateful idiot!
Uh-oh! Now I've done it, haven't I? But look, you set yourself up for this, old man. See, you had me all wrong. I'm not into fighting like the rest of you all. I was just playing around with all this energy and stuff and observing all you guys, you know, for science or like whatever. Personally, I really don't care how history changes, as long as I get some energy out of it when it's all said and done. But hopeless, depressing timelines are a little dismal, don't you think? And boy, you guys sure saw a lot of them, huh? I think they should be changed for the better, though. Don't you? People should be happy. They deserve to be. If changes in history set the universe on a bad path, if things get gloomy and bad, then I'll use my energy to correct it. It's as simple as that. There's always a way. At least, that's what I think.
With Few's speech, we can gauge he doesn't truly have bad intentions, and the Time Patrol acknowledges that. But they still can't really abide by changes in history, so they order you to stop him. You can choose to fight him, though you'll only be faced with an illusion while the real Few disappeared long before the battle ends. Or you could protect him, with Elder Kai summoning Goku in to finish your job.
So you're Few, huh? I hear you're pretty strong.
It leads to a grand battle against the Saiyan, which gives Few the opportunity to leave. If Goku is your mentor, though, he can enter Ultra Instinct to give you the fight of your life. Either way, Few escapes, and the Time Patrol converses about the Demon Child.
Old man, let him go. He's not good or bad yet, he's just a kid. And I'd venture to say a curious one at that.
Curious or not, while he may not be evil, he ain't aligned with good either.
Okay, but let's not forget who stopped Deborah and saved me. Might I suggest we all let Few's escape slide and call it even?
If that's your word as Supreme Kai of Time, then I haven't a choice. I concede.
But let it be known, if Few so much as thinks an evil thought, our Time Patroller will punish him severely. Understood?
They all gather back at the Time Nest, but there's just one thing they forgot.
You mean Few, right?
No, Trunks, not Few! How could you forget Toki Toki? Where could he have gone this time?
You don't think Dabra took him somewhere? Toki Toki! Over here!
Toki Toki!
Show yourself, Toki Toki. You would do well to heed a god's call.
And so, the Infinite History DLC ends. It was an ambitious mode that allowed for a ton of branching paths determined by either your actions or the mentor you're with. In its own way, it felt like a true finale, with Few probably coming back for a potential Xenoverse sequel. But little did we know that sometime after this, Xenoverse 2's development was about to change. This here is a short and sweet DLC, one to celebrate the years of support Xenoverse 2 received up to this point. Once you make your way to the tournament grounds, you meet Majub. If given the clothes he wore as a child, he and End of Z Goku challenge you to a brawl to both test your strength and Oob's training. Despite taking down both of them together, Goku can tell you're still holding back and decides you guys will finish the fight elsewhere.
Okay, you're ridiculously powerful. Way more powerful than I was expecting. Seriously, this is great!
I agree. I can't believe I'm finally getting to fight someone like you!
Hey, Oob! Are you as excited as I am? Who would have thought we'd find someone this strong?
Yeah! You know what? If any insanely powerful evildoers happen to show up, we're going to be counting on you to help us and take them out!
Yeah, you got that right. But you gotta promise me something, okay? Give me your word that if you ever get any stronger, you'll go a few rounds with me first, huh?
Hey, that's not fair! You'll have to fight me, too! You will, won't you?
Goku, his friends, and Time Patrollers have done their part to bring order back to history. With peace restored, Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 comes to an end. While I'm sure there's trouble out there waiting to rear its ugly head, I'm sure that we'll overcome it. I just know it. After all, we've got dedicated Time Patrollers like yourself to help us through.
That settles it then. We'll get all stronger and fight again. Woo!
Well, you heard her. This is the end of the game. Or at least it was back in 2019. We know at some point after this pack is when they decided to push Xenoverse 3's development further, which resulted in more DLCs for this game to provide more content for the fans. That means the following DLCs were planned beforehand to lead into the actual end of Xenoverse 2, even before the creation of the Future Saga. Now, I originally felt the Infinite History story was a complete character arc for few, and so the following DLCs kind of felt aimless to me, as they just pumped out paid content with seemingly random stories until the Future Saga. But after playing through all of them again, oh buddy, I was wrong. This time I noticed so many connective threads that I'd long forgotten since, you know, 1 hour long DLC stories being dropped every year or two kind of means you tend to forget some plot points. Tangent aside, it's clear Infinite History wasn't Fu's character arc, but simply his introduction. We'll learn more about him soon, informing us of his motivations and feelings going forward. We've yet to actually witness his journey, so now, let's get into the DLC stories I've underestimated the importance of. The basis for this story involves the characters introduced in the Legendary Pack set. Everyone besides Trunks and the Xenoverse 1 Pro Tag gathers around to discuss the current mission, and that includes the young Trickster. Once again, they can't see him, so he just listens in. There appears to be yet another time rift in Conton City, with Fu being the prime suspect. While he's not evil, he's not a good guy either, and so it wouldn't be far-fetched to assume he'd create time rifts to experiment with history while gathering more energy for himself. The rift takes you to the final moments of Vegeta and Toppo's battle, with our little demon boy looking to shake things up.
I choose you!
The Zenos watch as you assist Goku, planning to erase you for unfair interference before the Kais talk them down. They convince the Omni Kings that summoning you is actually just another one of Goku's special abilities, so they think it's fun and allow your inclusion. Oh, those little rapscallions. Fu powers up Vegeta with supervillain energy, despite the Saiyans' protest, turning him into a rampaging berserker. This goes to show just how powerful his magic is, when even Demigra couldn't control base Goku simply because he was a Super Saiyan god in the past. Luckily, Trunks finished his other mission and is now jumping in to assist.
I have no need for pride or family. I only need myself!
No! You don't sound like my father at all! He would never say anything like that!
Shut up! You don't know a damn thing about me!
Yes, I do! No matter where or when in history! My father will always be a proud Saiyan warrior!
Turns out that the Xenos let Few fight for Universe 11 because he's substituting in for Dispo. And despite them seeing through the lie, they found it fun and allowed it. Okay, so I get threatened with erasure, but Few, he's cool, he's funny, he's a funny little character, let him go, he's a funnier character than we've had before. While this is clearly a workaround for the fact Dispo's not in the game, it actually does come into play later, so keep this in mind. Despite the power the villainous form holds, Vegeta is able to break out of it thanks to beating some sense into him.
If you think I'm that easy to control, then you're dumber than you look! Only a loser abandons his pride. You've made a grave mistake giving me all of this energy. I won't lose to someone who's thrown away his principles. I'll do whatever it takes to stop you! Okay! This is what it means to have pride!
After Vegeta and Toppo are out for the count, you do your best to stop Few as Goku and Jiren duke it out. Since that's the canon fight, you make sure he stays far away from it. He realizes that super villainization doesn't completely work on someone of Vegeta's level, and for the next experiment, he'll have to go a little harder. In retrospect, it's obvious what he's hinting towards. Few escapes, but the Time Patrol is in hot pursuit. You then find yourselves in Hell, with Pikkon facing off against Janemba.
Take a look! Goku's supposed to be here, but he's not! Let's have some fun then! Oh, and since I've got this special power, it'd be a real shame not to try it out.
The horde of villainized demons wears you down, especially with no Goku or Vegeta in sight, meaning you can only do your best to hold them off.
Hey, keep your head in the fight. They went that way.
Go on!
Trunks, what are you doing here?
While it is cool to have future Trunks as backup, there's really not much he can do against Janemba, let alone ones that have powered up to supervillain states. But luckily, our connection to the previous time rift was not entirely closed off. While Goku takes a second to figure out what's going on, he seems to quickly pick up that this is Gohan from Trunks' future, which is kind of impressive on his part. He then transforms into Super Saiyan Blue, showing Gohan just how far his dad can go. Thanks to Goku's arrival, the strongest father-son duo saves the day with a combined attack. The problem is, this timeline isn't quite what you were expecting. This is the Hell of the future, which is why Gohan showed up, and also why Janemba is considered a change in history. No idea why the other dead Z-Fighters didn't show up? Maybe Goku and friends were busy fighting the other villains trying to escape or something? I don't know.
This right here is a world where Janemba never appeared!
You're kidding, right? Wait, so that was a Janemba you brought from another world?
That's a bingo! I can't wait to see how much energy I'll get my hands on this time!
Trunks fails to capture Few, and so the scientist continues to scheme up his next experiment. The Demon Boy decided to hack into Conton City TV and broadcast a recording, one the Supreme Kai of Time was able to restore.
So... the image coming in clear? All right, seems to be working. Hey there! My name's Few. You've all been a huge help in my experiments. And now it's time to finally show off my findings. I can't tell you how excited I am.
That's far enough, Few.
No, it's not. I'm only just getting started.
Few starts raving about going to an exciting new era, peering in on the birth of Gogeta. You find him in the climax of the Broly movie, thinking how he can spice things up from the norm.
Huh? Hey, you! Get the hell out of here! It's not safe!
Sorry, Gogeta, but I'm gonna have to lock up some of your power, okay? Tag, you're it!
By making Gogeta stuck in base, it gives Broly the advantage in his full power Super Saiyan form. But that alone isn't enough of a change for Few's taste, as Kayla and Caulifla are brought in from another time rift, commenting on how similar Broly is to Berserk Kale. Just when Few finds he's not getting the energy he was hoping for, his prayers are answered.
Why don't I fill you punks in on what's what? You guys ain't the toughest Saiyans around. The toughest Saiyan in the multiverse is... right here! Hope you're hungry. I'm serving up lots of pain. Ah!
Unfortunately, Gogeta splits soon after, leaving it all on Kefla's shoulders. Broly ends up going crazy and instantly wiping out the other Saiyans, leaving you to face the monster alone. Few takes this opportunity to attempt to get a quick little DNA sample of Broly, but finds out it's more trouble than it's worth.
Okay, take it easy. Uh-oh. No, wait.
With little choice, he calls in some assistants to take on Broly. Jiren's massive strength is of course the only thing that can contend with Broly's awesome power, and so he eventually unleashes his true potential. The conflict rips apart dimensions and threatens the fabric of reality, but before it gets too out of hand, Few wraps up the experiment and absorbs all the energy.
Okay. With this amount of energy...
In the final time rift of this DLC set, we find Bardock amped up by Few's power, taking on all of Frieza's soldiers, with enough power to even defeat Frieza himself.
Don't you think it would be best for me to provide ground support on this mission?
Sorry, but Bardock's history is strongly tied to yours as well. You should know better than anyone that messing with your own history is against the rules. Though, this might be the perfect chance.
This leads to a messed up scenario where you need to join the Frieza force in taking down Bardock.
You're trying to change the future, is that right? Well, allow me to help you do that.
Who are you? You don't honestly think I'm gonna trust some random guy? Beat it, kid.
So, what do you think?
If that's the best you can offer, then consider me unimpressed.
No way! I'll show you what I can really do. Just you wait!
As you take on the duo of Saiyan and Demon, Chronoa hatches a plan involving Trunks.
Trunks! This event's in the book of the beginning and end. That means you're not supposed to be here, right?
I'm aware of the rule against getting involved in events occurring in one's own timeline. But I'm a different person now. I'm a time patroller. It's my job to see that history plays out the way it should.
Despite this being an era where Trunks shouldn't intervene, the situation calls for desperate measures. Despite this being the end of Bardock's tale, Trunks wishes to assure him that they can entrust the future to the Time Patrol.
Frieza!
Bardock! Watch out!
Out of my way!
avenge the Saiyans. You gotta stop Frieza. Got it.
Frieza, you bastard!
History still plays out as it should, but Fu develops a respect for Bardock and his desire to change fate, something the young man carries with him going forward. While it was a shame he wasn't captured, Chronoa says it seems Fu wasn't planning anything evil, so they let it go for now. While she does chew out Trunks a little bit, it's clear to her how much he's grown as a time patroller, and his resolve no longer wavers. This mission actually has an alternate ending that only happens if you lose the battle. My level 180 character was a little too strong to let this happen naturally, so I had to use a super soul that made Kaioken deplete health instead of stamina. It was the only way I could think of for me to lose health that wouldn't take 5 hours.
Bardock! It's time to change the future! Together!
How predictable!
Yeah, but did you predict this? Coordinates set!
What? Frieza!
Is that all?
Nope, just a little for good measure.
You're going down, Frieza.
Wait! I'll make you the highest-ranking commander of the Frieza Balls! We'll rule together!
This will change everything. You're dead!
You insignificant inferior worm!
That's all for this DLC set, which finally touched on the stories of the Tournament of Power and Dragon Ball Super Broly. It was also able to utilize characters from Extra Pack 3 and 4, which had no story presence until this point, all while building on Fu's master plan and his complicated relationship with the Time Patrol. This DLC was based on the top 3 characters players voted for to join the roster, which was a really fun idea besides the fact 2 of them were obvious picks. But just because of how the story handles them, I'm really glad I picked GT Vegeta. We start the story seeing Dabura free himself from the stone spell, seeking revenge against both the Time Patrol and Fu.
Before that, I must gather more power. I need another puppet who'll submit to my will. Hold on. They might work. Sometimes I delight myself. With them under my control, I'll have the necessary power to resurrect the demon realm.
The young scientist requests our help as he's aware his angry uncle is planning something devious for himself and you guys. So you decide it's best to work with him for now and face the Demon King together. Entering the new time rift takes you to the Black Star Dragon Ball arc with a strange sight in front of you.
What is this? Why is your energy like mine?
Oh? You'd really need to ask. Don't tell me the Prince of Saiyans has a bad memory.
Wait, I recognize you now. You're a Tuffle, aren't you?
I must say, it's quite odd using your body to fight you. Though not entirely unpleasant. The universe doesn't need 2 Vegetas. So I'll get rid of you!
Baby and Dabura have formed an alliance where, through this partnership, Baby's parasitic powers will grow stronger, and Dabura will learn how to apply this mind control power on a specific target. As they're pushed back, Baby requests more Demon Realm magic to grow even stronger, with Dabura reluctantly granting it. Golden Great Ape is a bit too much for us to handle right now, so Fu teleports Goku from his spaceship to Earth. In order to put Baby down for good, he wants to lend Goku some energy, but the giant gorilla intercepts him. This means you have to make the choice between powering up Goku or Vegeta, which has fun results for both options. In Goku's route, he turns into a great ape that goes berserk, needing a pep talk from Vegeta to regain control.
Come on, Kakarot. Do you really plan on dying here? That's not the person I know you to be. You are Kakarot, the Saiyan raised on Earth! Now open your damn eyes!
die to this world!
Give it up already, baby. You can't win this fight. I'm going to destroy you. This is it!
Dragon Fist Explosion! What? Goku!
Giving Vegeta the energy makes him overcome the barrier of his limits and reach Super Saiyan 4 himself.
What's this?
That crystal. It reminds me of Babidi's magic. At a time when I needed a boost myself. This isn't bad. Back off, Kakarot. The imposter is mine.
Sure thing, Vegeta. Thanks.
Why don't you take a nap? Now, baby. This is the beginning of your end.
Dirty apes! You don't belong in this universe!
Have you forgotten who you're dealing with? An inferior tuffle like you knows nothing of the Saiyans. Prepare to witness real power. Final Shine Attack!
It's Vegeta!
Either way, Feud uses his powers to clean up the mess, while you continue to search for where Dabura ran off to. Trunks and Kronoa find a change in history that Dabura created, and ask you to back up the Xenoverse 1 protagonist. But since Feud found his uncle's hideout, he decides it's best to steal you and head to the root of the problem. Since the other time rift is likely a distraction, you agree to follow him. We're at the final Z battle on the Supreme Kai world, where Dabura's plan is coming to fruition. Before Vegeta is killed yet again, you jump in to save him. Few seems to enjoy playing the part of hero alongside you, something I feel has quite the influence on him going forward. It turns out, Kid Buu is the perfect minion Dabura was looking for. By pumping him full of supervillain energy to make him a god-level threat, and using the research of Baby's mind control to subdue him, he'll have the ultimate puppet for his vengeance. Few debates on how to turn the tables, until he's struck with an idea. He opens a rift and sends out another warrior.
That was a close call.
Who are you?
What? You don't remember me? Fine. Then I'll have to remind you. My name is Dispo, the supersonic warrior of the Pride Troopers, Peacekeepers of Universe 11.
When I first played this DLC, I had no idea what Few was talking about when he says he took Dispo's place. But in this new playthrough, and not, waiting to play these DLCs years apart from each other, I realized this is the Dispo that was missing in Legendary Pack 1. Few swapped places with him in the tournament, and I guess kept him stored for later in case he was needed. However, Dabura calls in a villainized version of himself from this timeline that defeats Goku and undoes the Spirit Bomb, putting all their hard work to waste. However, a post-tournament of Power Goku is brought here by Few, and after being hit by the rogue Spirit Bomb, well, you can guess what happens next. Few sends this timeline's Goku to safety, while the other Dabura decides to run away.
I never imagined I'd be betrayed by my own self in this timeline.
Dispo and Vegeta chase down that Demon King variant as Few debates with his uncle. Dabura calls him a fool for stopping Goku's death, which would have changed history so much that they would both gain an insane amount of energy. But Few doesn't find the way Dabura does things to be his quote-unquote style, and he believes killing Goku is a waste when he wants to see the endless possibilities the Saiyan can achieve. And Goku proves Few's confidence, showing the amazing power he has despite only being in the initial stage of Ultra Instinct.
What? No!
That takes care of that. Everything's wrapped up in a nice bow. Let's head home. Oh, by the way, you're not gonna remember any of this. Be seeing you in the future.
You were incredibly strong, and I kinda had an unfair advantage. But you sorta had one too, right? So next time, no help. Just you and me, fair and square. I can't wait to fight you again someday.
I love when Dragon Ball stories reinforce that Oob truly was Goku's dream come true. No matter what foe Goku faces in the future, nothing excites him more than that rematch he promised all those years ago. This world's Goku finally comes to, and the power of his future self excites him to get stronger, even if he didn't know that was also him. You inform the Time Patrol of what you've been doing, and despite their protests, they agree Fu did help them out today. While they know he isn't truly evil, they still can't trust him and must prepare to stop his experiments in the future. Even if he isn't changing the actual main timeline, no one knows what he plans to do with all that energy. This set is simply promotion for the new superhero movie at the time, adding in its relevant characters. With it, we get a Dragon Ball style story about what it means to be a hero. You witness a familiar scene from the Android arc, the climactic battle between Cell and Gohan. Fu, predictably, meddles with the fight, but is joined by a surprise guest.
A hero who fights for justice isn't much without someone to play the part of villain. You all set, hero?
There's been reports of multiple Great Saiyaman in Conton City, and I don't just mean Videl running around with Gohan, but specifically 2 different Gohans. You chase the hero into the Time Rift, conversing with your old pal Fu again. He explains the concept of heroism fascinates him, and he's conducting experiments to find out what it means to be a hero. The opening cutscene conveyed that this Cell is before his self-destruct, yet this villainous boost puts him on a level Gohan can't compete with, even in Super Saiyan 2. As things look dire for the young warrior, he's saved by his future self. Despite Fu being quite entertained, he increases the challenge by turning Cell into a supervillain, one that the Gohans can't overcome alone. But Fu must have left a proverbial door open as Gamma 1 and 2 come in from another time rift he created. They're confused on how Cell is still alive and decide to stop his rampage for the sake of the planet. Keep in mind that at this point they believe he's just berserk, as their intel from the Red Ribbon Army said that Cell is actually a hero stopping Bulma's evil organization. With all 3 heroes working together, they defeat the demon-powered Cell with a tokusatsu-style finish.
Evil must be punished.
In the name of justice, we will defeat you.
That's what we do. We're superheroes!
Let's go!
This is it! You're finished!
We did it! Do you guys think I could be a strong hero like you?
Of course. Your burning desire to protect those you love is what makes you a hero.
Oh, that's one heck of a line!
I look forward to seeing your superhero exploits in the future.
After gathering all the data from that rift, Fu meets up with his new band of friends, seeking to use science to protect the world.
Now we're talking! But here's the thing, Dr. Hedo. Don't you think their energy usage is just a smidge inefficient? I mean, if...
Absolutely not! My gammas are perfect in their design and execution!
All that sciencey talk's way too hard to follow. Ain't that right, 16? Wow, you're a big guy. Huh? You laughed at me just now, didn't you? You went, heh!
Give it a rest, Gamma 2.
Really, Gamma 1? 21, you believe me, right? This guy laughed at me!
You follow the events of the superhero movie, now with Android 16 and 21 involved in Dr. Heto's plans.
Piccolo! What is that?
I'll fill you in later. Take a look over there, Gohan.
Makes me wonder if Heto even knows that's his grandmother. I mean, they had her picture in the movie, so he's got to have seen what she looks like at some point. 16 and Gohan have a bittersweet reunion, cut short by the fact they must fight each other. While the battle goes in your favor, Fu then of course does what you expect him to do. Apparently, he tried using these time crystals on Cell Max, but they couldn't really control him. Luckily, you have Gohan and Piccolo on your side to handle the Gammas, helping deplete their energy and subduing them.
Shenron really went the extra mile with that wish.
Cell Max ends up bursting out of containment, more than likely as a result of Fu's meddling and your battles. Since this is not according to his plans, Fu calls for a truce and opts to teleport Cell to a deserted area. The battle is fierce, but results in no attacks leaving so much as a scratch on the beast. He's definitely stronger than he was in the movie, thanks to the research provided by Fu in 21. Both 16 and Gamma 2 decide to give their lives to defeat Cell, with you having to make the choice of who to stop and who to let go. This leads to two different outcomes, both ending in the death of an ally. If Gamma 2 sacrifices himself like in the main timeline, the androids all team up for a combined attack as Gohan and Piccolo keep Cell distracted.
It's now or never! Hit him with all we've got!
Gamma 2.
The timeline still changes as Gohan never unlocks Beast in this instance. If 16 gives his life against Cell yet again, then he inspires the other warriors to keep on fighting.
This is my primary objective. I do not belong in this timeline. But I enjoyed the time I spent with all of you.
As you hold Cell back, the newly transformed Gohan charges his special beam cannon. But will it be enough this time? Fu makes sure of it by giving Piccolo a sensu bean and getting him back in the fight.
Cell Max is showing signs of tiring. Piccolo?
Let's make this attack count, Gohan!
Right.
Special beam!
Cell Max is defeated, yet Gamma 2 gets to live. Both choices change the timeline, yet they still have bittersweet endings, which depresses our young scientist.
Well, so much for the happy ending after that death. Sorry, but I'm gonna call a mulligan on this one, even if changes to history are a no-no. I mean, come on, who doesn't want to see what other outcomes hold? I'll eventually get to it. Just gotta make sure my next plan is a real doozy.
That Fu, though, he keeps causing us problem after problem. A big happy timeline, huh? I could get behind that. But whatever the reason, that doesn't excuse you changing history, Fu.
While the Time Patrol can't approve of his actions entirely, Kronoa can't exactly disagree with his motivations. That basically boils down the complexity of their relationship with Fu. So ends the Hero of Justice story. This was a fun DLC with a lot of great moments between remaking Superhero and messing with its events. I especially loved the triple rider kick in the first mission. But what this pack really does in the long run is push Few's character further. His love of heroism shines through, but he's disappointed that it can result in sacrifice and bittersweet victory. That's not what he wants. He desires a future where the good guys win and everyone gets a happy ending. It's a somewhat naive, childish desire, but that's how Few is deep down. He's doing these experiments in every DLC to learn about the world and how he can change it for the better. And this all comes to a head in the next installment, The Future Saga. Here we are, the final story arc of Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2. I was originally just gonna talk about this for the video, but when looking through all the DLC again, I realized how much context to the Future Saga they add, even outside of Infinite History. Be prepared, because this storyline is about as dire as it gets, with all sides pushed to the brink. We meet Few in the Time Nest, who explains that he's looking into ways to craft a time ring. As a replica, it wouldn't be as powerful as the real deal, but it'd still be crazy. He also can't just steal a time ring, as he isn't a Supreme Kai, unless putting on a Supreme Kai's Patara earring is the only thing that qualifies to become one. So then, is Vegito a Supreme Kai at that point? Kefla? I'm getting off track. Few wants to use the following time rifts you'll see to gather an incredible amount of energy to power this ring, having come up with an effective way to gain the energy quickly. Despite the minor camaraderie you've had with Few, you don't go along with this plan, meaning he'll have to handle it himself. Regardless, he promises you a glimpse into the future once he completes it. You jump into an Android Arc time rift with a particular warrior brought to Earth by Few. Kakarot. He seems to control Broly without villainous energy, so he's using something similar to Paragus' control device. Broly simply toys with the Z Fighters in base form, finding them to all be weaklings. He then flies off in search of Goku as the Z Fighters debate on what to do.
I can't believe Few's got Broly with him. This is a big problem.
Who the hell are you?
I'm a goddess. Show some respect.
A goddess?
There's no time to waste on what I am. Those two are the issue.
Coordinating with the Supreme Kai of Time, you decide it's best to keep him and Goku away from each other at all costs. On their search, they come across some of the other movie villains wreaking havoc in West City. Really crazy how Janemba is here and is not perceived as the biggest threat. Is this a Broly movie upscale? Was Koyama in the writing room for this one? Eventually, they find him on Kami's lookout, and they're heading towards the time chamber either to search for Goku, or maybe for Few to train Broly.
Out of my way!
Either way, our heroes are really nothing more than punching bag fodder for him, only satiating his bloodlust until the main event.
I'm not completely ready, but it's now or never!
Kick up, rot!
This new level of super villainization is intense, defined by the magenta aura and tiny crystal shards surrounding the user. The Saiyan starts going crazy and can't control his rage or power, attacking everything and everyone in sight. As Broly takes off and the Z Fighters follow, you and Goku are forced to face the returning movie villains. You come to West City once again to find all the warriors easily defeated, with only Trunks and Vegeta still standing. Broly just plays around with them until he starts to infect the others with his magenta ki. This means the new level of villainous power allows its wielder to spread their influence like a disease, making even the nicest of characters violent and cruel.
This power's incredible! Finally, Kakarot! Finally, we settle the score! I can do this! I can take all of you on! No reservations. I'm more than enough to handle you!
Sorry, Goku. I have no intention of losing to you.
It's a nasty ploy, cause even when the Z Fighters are released from Broly's control, they're now too weak to do anything. And once it's just you, Goku, and the hulking menace, he transforms into the legendary Super Saiyan. It's a harrowing encounter, leading to you being the only one left on your feet. But as Broly has you in his grasp, Goku decides they gotta pull out the Broly movie special and donate some green energy to you.
You want me to give my energy to some piece of trash?
Father! Vegeta! Come on, please! We need your help! Give them some of your power!
Damn it all! If I'm going to do this, you had better not lose!
Everyone, except for Vegeta, thanks you for your help, with few reveling in the data he's earned from this. It's revealed the name of this new power is Ultra Supervillain. The dark villainous magic of Demigra and Toa in Xenoverse 1 was little more than simple mind control in its later stages, turning people into rampaging puppets. Supervillains in Xenoverse 2 would be the same, becoming the perfect soldiers for Toa and Dabura to enact their plans. Ultra Supervillain is different, however, as you'll see going forward. It doesn't really mind control Patient Zero, but instead twists their minds and motivations in a way to think they're in control, when in reality, they become obsessed with this power and violent. Kind of like someone controlled by an overwhelming addiction. Up next, we see a timeline shown only once in Dragon Ball, the world where Zamasu successfully swapped bodies with Goku.
Wait, what's going on? You've got my face!
Is my superior divine body to your liking? Goten, run for it! You're too late!
Hey now! You promised you wouldn't do that! I was the one who got you the Super Dragon Balls, remember? Surely a god can keep a little promise, right?
As you can tell, few has convinced Zamasu to conduct his work specifically in this timeline, making the would-be god follow his demands in exchange for more power. You enter the timeline and greet Goku, looking for a way to salvage the situation. And I gotta say, it's really fun to hear Zamasu's voice actor in both languages try to imitate Goku throughout the mission.
That's some energy you got. Tell me, you're pretty dang strong, aren't you? Great. I was hoping. I'm still not used to this body, so let's test it out in a fight.
What? Are you listening to yourself? What are you thinking?
やっぱりおめえ、ただもんじゃねえな。ほら、ワクワクしてきたぞ。
Vegeta appears, sensing something off, as he can feel Goku's energy in the body of this stranger.
Huh? Of course my energy's like mine. I'm Goku!
What? You're not even a Saiyan! What the hell are you talking about? I don't know you!
Seriously, it's me, Vegeta. My body got swapped with some weird green guy.
Swapped what? Trunks? It's one thing after another. What the hell are you doing here?
So Few seems to have brought Trunks to the past in order to mess with time even further. He really will just do anything to get himself some more energy.
Father, and who are you? Hey, it's me, Goku. I don't look like myself right now, but it's still me.
Are you serious? Why do you look like that? Wait, if you two are both here, then that means this is the past, right? I don't remember using the time machine, so why am I here?
I think we have few to thank for that.
Oh, I remember. My mother's in danger. I have to help her.
Bulma? How is she in danger? Hey, I'm asking you, damn it!
Few used this opportunity to try and learn more about time travel from Bulma, requesting Goku Black to help him kidnap her.
You bastard! You think you're leaving here alive? How dare you touch my Bulma!
He also hangs around to get an up-close and personal look at the time ring in action, trying to figure out what makes it tick. While he eventually backs off, Black isn't out of options when it comes to backup.
What is that?
Distortion of space. Is this a result from his power-up? Incredible! This is so cool!
Spare me your drivel. All of space and time are meaningless before the likes of a god such as myself.
Is that you, Goku? What is this?
Bring them as well.
Yes, sir! Oh, Captain, my Captain!
You and Goku decide to hold off the Xenoverse 6 warriors so that Vegeta and Trunks can save Bulma. This isn't an easy fight, but Goku senses something strange with Hit after knocking the assassin down.
What?
The misunderstanding is cleared up, and they now face the wrath of a vengeful god.
Insolent! Arrogant! Thankless! Foolish mortal cretins!
You now bear witness to the first true Ultra Supervillain, with a gaping hole in his chest lined with time crystals, energy spewing out of it. This is the power Fu was hoping to bring to fruition. Goku Black then takes off to rendezvous with Fu as the others follow him, meeting up with the young scientist in the Rocky Lands.
Hey, good work, big guy. Took your time, though.
Wait, where is the mortal who possesses knowledge of the time machine? It's becoming clear. You betrayed me. And what have you done with the woman now?
Trunks took her back and whisked her away. But no biggie, right? It's not like she's on our side or anything. Really wish I had asked her about the time machine, though. Missed opportunity.
Your transgressions are punishable by death. And yet, this power you've given me is intriguing. Very intriguing. As a reward, you have earned a privilege. The privilege of being the first to hear of my Zero Universe plan.
Zero Universe plan?
Yes, you heard me correctly. I will eradicate every last universe using this power. With all of creation wiped from existence, I shall forge a new world in its place. A world where I reign over mortals and guide them along a better, purer path as their one true god. What's this?
That was a close one. Gotta say, you really are a hero, huh?
And with all the other warriors arriving, Goku Black realizes he's let his enemies congregate together. Now he feels it's necessary to wipe away his mistake.
When I am finished, not even a single atom will remain in my wake.
The following fight is nothing short of an uphill battle, but the Super Warriors hang on to life. It turns out, Fu actually did learn about the time machine from Bulma, looking to add that data to his plan. Goku believes the best way to stop Black is with the Spirit Bomb, so everyone does their best to buy time as he charges.
Whoa! It's finally ready! What's this? This incredible power! It seems I have made an egregious error, lousy Goku. I should have killed you back when I had the chance! Ah!
What? The Spirit Bomb is...
Despite not being able to properly create a spirit bomb, Goku is still able to harness its power in his body, like he did in the Android 13 movie.
You struggle in vain.
Curse you all! Do it, Kakarot!
You messed with the wrong mortals! Impossible! But I attained the ultimate body in the universe! This can't be!
I guess they'll keep Black contained for a year while they wait for the Super Dragon Balls to recharge and switch the bodies back. So now this group will go on a grand tour to find the Wish Orbs and bring everything back to normal. Sucks for Trunks though, he's not making it back to his future, even if Bulma does make a new time machine. Black isn't even around to threaten his future anymore, and yet he still can't enjoy it. I'm sorry, little buddy. After getting some data on the power of a god, Fu decides what his next target will be. The newest time rift takes place in the Battle of Gods era, but with a slight twist. This time, Vegeta is the one who underwent the ritual to become a Super Saiyan God. This also serves as proof that the time rifts are truly separate from the main timeline, as this is canonically what happens in this rift's history.
I am far from impressed. Should I go ahead and destroy the Earth now?
Despite it being 3-on-1, Beerus still far outclasses all of you, only feeling slight amusement. While Vegeta tries to protect Earth from the attack, Fu makes his entrance to start the experiment.
Over here!
Damn it!
Whatever this power is, it's not bad at all. Let's continue our bout.
Good show, good show! While we're at it, let's invite a guest to the party! Shablam!
Where am I? Wait! Vegeta! Your energy's way more wild than it usually is!
Don't you dare! Interfere!
Huh?
What's wrong with you, Vegeta? I won't miss next time.
The only way to match the new amped up Vegeta is to make Goku a Super Saiyan God as well. Even though Vegeta certainly won't be contributing power now, Trunks is here to fill that spot.
2 Super Saiyan gods, eh? You've made me wait long enough. I certainly hope this is worth my time.
You must work with the other Z Fighters to keep the rampaging Prince busy as the ritual begins. Even when Goku gains the power of a god, he's still having trouble. And to top it off, Vegeta distracts you by breeding up powered Cybermen, Raditz, and Nappa to this time as villainous servants. Their battle takes them back to Beerus, who grows tired of waiting for his turn. But somehow, with a weaker form than Blue Evolution, and a corrupting power even stronger than Supervillain, Vegeta's pride still shines through.
I don't need any more power than what I have. I'll beat you as I am now with nothing but my own power! Your time at the top ends now, Kakarot!
Is this Saiyan spirit, or is it Saiyan pride?
Both Saiyans push each other, knocking on the door to the next level of power. That's when Beerus decides it's his time to step in and force both of them past their limits.
Flash! Not today! The Earth is not getting destroyed! A proud Saiyan warrior will not be bested by a god! Take this!
We did it!
Yeah!
The feline destroyer does the classic farce of feigning tiredness and calls it here for today, letting the Earth experience peace once again. Few finds their rivalry amazing and hopes that one day you can form that kind of bond with him. And now with the energy he collected and the data he's analyzed, the time ring can finally be built. Once you meet with him back at the time nest, the preparations are ready and it's time to look into the future.
Presto! A window into what the future has in store. Pretty sweet, right? You are the first person I wanted to show this to. Naughty, naughty! I made this so I get first dibs on seeing the future. Don't you worry, though. I'll be generous and let you have a turn later. Okay? Now let me think. Where would be good? Huh? Now we're talking.
I found you! Okay, Phew. You've got a lot of explaining to do this time.
In Japanese, instead of saying, now we're talking, the words said are naruhodo ne, roughly translating to I see or I understand. It's more of a neutral emotion, and his eyes being hidden means Phew's true feelings are supposed to be mysterious. What did he see in the future that could make him react like that? While it took years for people like me to find out, you'll know the answer today. While this is considered a pretty weak pack character-wise, I do love the story for Chapter 2, something that will be repeated in Chapter 4. Phew ponders what he saw in the future and is covered in the ultra supervillain aura. He invites you for a one-on-one talk, promising this time to show you what he saw in the future and living up to his promise.
Nice. This spot looks about right. Full disclosure, anywhere probably would have been okay. But, I figured we'd need the space so he could use his full strength, you know?
Turns out, he was really setting up an ambush, with Jiren being his puppet, wanting to take you out while you were off guard. Both are covered in ultra supervillain energy, far too much for you to handle alone. But that's when Belmont of Universe 11 arrives, coming in search for Jiren and finally tracking him down to Universe 7's Earth. The duo eventually escape, with the Destroyer interrogating you on what's going on. Not believing you have what it takes to take on Jiren, the Clown God tests your abilities, but once you prove you're able to help, he lays down what's been happening in Universe 11.
It all started when the Pride Troopers went rogue one day and began destroying the whole town, attacking its citizens. Shortly after that, they found their way to other universes, and my search for the troops led me here, to your Earth.
However, your battle did not go unnoticed by some other deities. After calming down the other destroyers, you decide to work together in order to stop Jiren's rampage. The banter between the gods is really fun, and they're probably my favorite aspect of this DLC.
Oh no! Universe 7's really got it rough, doesn't it? Oh well, glad it's got nothing to do with me.
You sure about that, pal? Your universe is right next door. If anything, it's more than likely to be the next target.
You know, I could just let events take their course. I bet you don't even believe you could beat Jiren.
What? Of course I could beat that guy. In fact, I would stomp him flat in a heartbeat.
The team splits up, sending their warriors to stop the Pride Troopers' destruction of Earth. Meanwhile, you stay with Belmod. The top 3 of Universe 11 arrive, brimming with villainous energy.
I already know there's no convincing you otherwise, because something sinister has warped your thoughts and ideals. But still, as one of the gods of Universe 11, this is my duty. I will correct your mistakes and return you all to normal.
This story does a lot for Belmod's character, building off the relationship he had with the Pride Troopers in Dragon Ball Super, and for that, I really appreciate it. It seems Jiren has brought the troopers here to face what he considers a great evil, and it turns out that great evil is actually Goku. The Saiyan is sent here by Beerus to help, and the two warriors go all out, with the gray alien giving a hint to his true motivation.
Goku, I know your strength. You have what it takes to stop me, don't you?
Yeah, you bet I do, Jiren.
You then work together with Goku and Belmont to beat him down and whittle away Fu's hold. While the warriors finally come to their senses, the experiment isn't over yet.
If they still don't have enough energy, then...
Heads up! Jiren!
You face an ultra supervillain of pure power, with an overwhelming desire to eliminate weakness. Fu started to act quite out of character now. He's more serious, more smarmy, and most of all, very callous. He's really gone through something since the last chapter, and it's shown through his attitude. Jiren stops in the middle of a wasteland, with the others able to catch up.
Yeah, I think this has gone on long enough. So, Hakai...
Yo, what's the matter with you, Beerus? I told you before you can't destroy them, remember?
He absorbed it. Insolent little punk.
Ah, Beerus! You shouldn't have held back!
Oh, shut up! I was trying not to destroy the Earth in the process, stupid.
Even a god of destruction's power isn't enough! Jiren, you're too amazing for words!
Oh, so you're just a klutz then? Alright, let a real destroyer show you how it's done.
You moron! Use less power, or else you'll wipe out the planet! The hell are you aiming at? Are you trying to destroy Earth or what?
Hey, come on! What do you expect me to do? He'd just absorb a weaker one? Get real! You think a mortal can stop him? Destroying this planet is our only option! Hey, Belmont, you get where I'm coming from, right? We're not gonna be able to just make nice with him, not like this.
Yeah, but if we do this, Jiren will...
As you can tell, Jiren is putting the Gods of Destruction in a difficult position. With so many factors at play, their minds default to erasing the problem, but their desires clash with each other on what exactly they have to do. Champa wants to wipe out the whole world or even the universe. Beerus wants to eliminate just Jiren, and Belmont wants to save his comrade's life. Luckily, Chronoa reminds them that if the universe gets destroyed, Zeno probably wouldn't be too happy, forcing all of them to find a less destructive solution. Jiren's power is still too much though, with Fu taunting the heroes that they can never hope to face such monstrous strength. He strangely claims that if you leave it to them, everything will turn out fine. Unless he's lying under his breath, Fu's acting like this plan benefits everyone.
You really gotta stop leaving the fates of entire universes to mortals.
Yeah, you little show-off! Don't you try to upstage me, or you'll regret it!
You need a little reminder as to why the gods should be feared.
You team up with the 3 destroyers, but even then Jiren still stands up again and again, with an insane amount of durability and tenacity.
No other choice. We have to destroy Jiren.
Don't do it!
Damn you!
There's really no other way. I know it has to be done.
Do not lose hope.
What the? Have you gone insane? If you don't move now, then you'll get caught up in it yourself.
I don't mean to defy a god of destruction. Please forgive me. However, every life is precious to a hero. And you feel the same way, right, Goku?
Well, I don't call myself a hero or anything. Not like you guys. But still, I made a promise, and I'm keeping it!
Oh, Jiren, we gonna have a problem if you forget about me.
You are so gonna get it!
No respect for the gods. Damn it! Their energies are getting dangerously close to their limit!
Whoa, is that?
Oh yeah, Ultra Instinct is back!
Time to fulfill my promise, Jiren.
In order to give this a happy resolution, you must work with Goku to save Jiren and protect the world.
Jiren, stop this! If you keep this up, your body is going to...
To suffer defeat equates to becoming a weakling! And if I am a weakling, then I would be better off dead!
I see. Your inner nature still hasn't changed, has it? Very well. I yield. Jiren is a warrior, first and foremost. Admitting defeat is not an option for him. If he'll only continue to suffer like this, then I will put an end to him myself.
Jiren, I'm gonna give you all I've got. I hope you're ready for this.
What?
Goku, with a mindset different from a destroyer god, finds the only method they wouldn't think of: giving his fallen friend energy, the power of restoration and preserving life.
You made the right decision back there, Belmont. Anyone who threatens the universe should be destroyed, no matter what. That is your duty, as the god of destruction to our universe. And it is my hope that you continue to honor your duty.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, you go off to find where Fu is hiding.
Now that's weird. I was pretty dang sure I'd perfectly hidden my presence. Sorry, bud, but I don't got the time to play with you right now.
Hey, give it up, Fu!
Now you're asking the impossible. Hate to disappoint you, but getting caught doesn't fit into my schedule.
Wait, don't tell me. You're being influenced by your own experiments, aren't you?
Is that what you think? Nah, not quite. I chose this. You really are a hero, aren't you? Every single time, you always show up to stop me. And yet, I wish you wouldn't.
Could it be true? Did Fu really experiment on himself?
And what else is he scheming? With those crystals?
And that's the end for this chapter. It did wonders for Belmont as a character, showing the compassion and admiration he felt towards the Pride Troopers. While I liked how Jiren was handled, they kinda danced around too much with how powerful he was. Did the Ultra Supervillain state mean he was stronger than a God of Destruction individually? Or were they all just nerfed because they wanted to hold back a bit? It doesn't really matter though, because Jiren ended up giving them, Toppo, and Goku some shining moments. And Fu? He's really gone off the deep end now. He's been applying the Ultra Supervillain power to himself, which explains his behavior. As his dialogue at the end suggests, he admires heroes like you, but you're just getting in the way of what he believes he has to do, and the severity of his actions will only continue to escalate. You guys already know I made a video talking about this chapter in my Ultra Supervillain Frieza video, so I won't go into as much depth here. You can just go watch that for a full breakdown on Frieza, his story, and how terrifying his powers are. Here, we'll just go over the most important points of his story, but more importantly what Fu does in this chapter. In a time rift related to the Broly movie, Fu has disguised himself as Paragus to blend in. This is just like how he convinced Goku and Vegeta that he was Whis. Frieza, having already been subjected to the Ultra Supervillain experiments, sees through Fu's disguise and impresses the scientist. Adapting to the crystal's power means he is the most important test subject yet, making Fu offer a partnership to work together. It's an uneasy alliance, but they make it work. As long as Frieza is supplied with more and more power, Fu can experiment on any of his men. The Tyrant questions why Fu hasn't just gone and destroyed Conton City yet, with Fu brushing him off.
Right, because how did stomping around making a mess work out for you? Did you beat Goku when I wasn't looking? Think not. I don't make a habit of wasting my energy like certain people. I can't justify it. My time's far too valuable.
The tiniest mutt has the biggest bark.
Frieza! Fu! Start talking! What have you done to history here?
I wish I could tell you. If we're being honest, I don't recall creating a rift like that. Okay, maybe we used too many crystals at once. That power influx has a tendency to mess with other timelines. But on the bright side, that means all the more energy and data points for yours truly. Tell me you're impressed. Yeah, guess you're not a fan. After everything that's happened, I get that logic. We're never gonna see eye to eye on this, no matter what goes down.
As the Time Patrol investigates the rift, they encounter long-dead Frieza soldiers now boosted with villainous power. Fu believes sending the soldiers out to die is a horrible waste of energy, but Frieza obviously doesn't care. They send in Broly, who is drowning in Ultra Supervillain energy, becoming quite the bloodhound for the pair. It isn't long until the Time Patrol find themselves in quite the bind.
Your squirming will bring me so much pleasure.
Sucks for efficiency, though.
Fu ends up sending you away before Frieza can finish you off, showing deep down he at least doesn't want the player dead.
Why do you keep wasting time on this nonsense? Last time I checked, there was still plenty left to do.
All that power at your disposal, but you are so uptight. Terrifying, truly. Be that as it may, I wonder what version of reality that rift may lead. Really?
In a surprising twist of events, the duo invade Conton City together. With his soldiers keeping the residents busy, Frieza seeks to enter the Time Vault. He calls in Broly to keep you distracted, but sees soon enough that he must resort to using another crystal, becoming an Ultra Supervillain. As the Time Patrol pleads to Fu, it's clear he's not the same happy-go-lucky kid anymore, looking to use any means necessary to achieve his goals. Goku and Vegeta from that previous Broly time rift fuse together in order to assist you. This forces the villains to retreat and rethink their plans. Fu believes the whole plan to be a failure, thinking that he should abandon the experiment and start from scratch. But Frieza isn't done just yet. He plans to use the powers of the Time Crystals and Dragon Balls together for a devious plan.
Just when I think I've seen it all, you surprise me. When it comes to lab rats, you're the best.
With no time to breathe, Conton City is attacked yet again, and Frieza wastes no time demolishing the place. He summons Shenron, powers him up with a Time Crystal, and demands to be made into the new Supreme Kai of Time. With the Ultra Supervillain power taking hold, Shenron grants the wish and brings forth the birth of a new terrifying emperor. Fu is ecstatic about these results, finding the sacrifice is worth it for all the energy he's gained. But after you free Shenron and prevent the wish from being fully granted, Fu and Frieza retreat into a time rift with the power stolen from the dragon.
Ugh, you're so much drama!
After a grueling final battle between time deities, the Tyrant attempts one final gambit.
I have an idea, Few. There's energy left in that blade, correct? Hand it over then! I'll blast away the rift and send them all to hell with it! Ah!
You taught me something very important, Frieza. This. That the end justifies the means. That was your downfall, but not mine.
You, wait!
Few leaves his sword behind and retreats to the crack of time.
Frieza hurt so many innocent people today, and Few was laughing. Still, though, none of us could bring ourselves to despise him. Wanting to rewrite history into something more positive? While we all condemn his methodology, the desire makes sense. But attempting it, regardless of consequence, led to this. It brought about all this devastation. As Time Patrollers, it's our duty. No matter what it may cost us, we have to stop Few's plan. It's a lot to take in, but that's the job. I need you to understand what's at stake.
Damn it! No, no, no! I have to think of something fast! There should be other timelines I can use! But how? Not even Frieza could pull that one off! How could I be such a fool? I was hopeful for a moment, but that was stupid! Hold on! My big mistake was relying on someone else to do it! Gotta do this one all by myself. 'Cause if I don't pull it off alone, then it will fail. And whatever else may happen, I can't let a future unfold without a hero like you. Hey, shh, don't fret. The pain's gonna be intense, but I won't let you die from it. That much I can guarantee.
And like that, Chapter 3 is over. This one was a game changer. Utilizing Frieza the way it did was one of the best things Xenoverse 2 has done. Once again, you can check out my video on how crazy he is. But more importantly for this video, we finally get a peek into the future Few witnessed. His grand plan, collecting energy, trying to stop you while also protecting you. His serious and bleak demeanor. All because he saw a future without you. Where does this all lead to? Well, we finally found out in Chapter 4. Well guys, this is it. The final Future Saga chapter and the final Xenoverse 2 DLC. It's at this point we finally knew Xenoverse 3 was coming, and it recontextualizes that everything since Legendary Pack 1 was leading to this. So let's go ahead and end this story with a bang. We first talked to Chronoa, who is hard at work trying to track down Few, making sure to check every scroll imaginable. It's all taking a toll on her mentally, and that would very much be used against her. After finding Few's current location, she's pulled into the crack of time and engages him in a one-on-one battle.
Useless. I'm over this song and dance. I know all of your little tricks.
Maybe you do, but I'm not the same old Few. I don't care if you're a god. I won't let anyone stand in my way for a second longer.
All that tough talk just for a scratch.
Too bad. A scratch is more than enough for me to take you down. Now, let the crystal's power consume you. See ya, Supreme Kai of Time. I'm expecting good results from you.
No, can't let him leave. What terrible power. How many of those crystals did he actually use on himself? I'm so sorry. I messed up. Be careful. Fuse plotting something for sure. I beg you. Protect history.
The Time Patrol receives Chronoa's message loud and clear, and so you hurry to come save her.
You like? Thanks to this aura, I feel fresh power coursing through me. With this kind of power, I can protect history from any threat. Rather, no one would dare threaten it in the first place. Every timeline will be safe. Forever. Why are you stopping me? If you get in my way, don't expect mercy.
Her mind is completely corrupted by the crystals, rationalizing that this power is necessary to save the entirety of space and time. She decides the best way to protect history is to merge all the timelines into one, so that it's easier to manage, and then to obsessively watch over it like it's her prized possession.
Why won't you understand? I have a duty to rule time. This is the only way to truly do that. I've had enough! Everyone thinks they can toy with history whenever they like, and however they please. I'm going to teach you all a lesson. Then you think twice about trying to mess with what is mine!
She becomes a true ultra supervillain, using this power to put her plan in motion. The Time Patrollers can handle the distortions, but you need to stop her as soon as possible before everything collapses. Despite the immense disappointment she has in herself, you and Trunks comfort her, giving her the motivation to keep moving forward.
Thank you, Trunks. For right now, we need to come up with some kind of a plan. We won't solve anything standing around.
She attempts to use her powers to track Few down and fix everything up, but to no avail. The crystals cause a massive strain on the body, and once they're gone, your key reserves are basically empty.
If you don't pace yourself, you're gonna end up in a world of hurt.
You could see this take place with Goku Black and Jiren. The only exception being Vegeta, who made the power his own without losing the energy. But that could also just been a weaker version of the power, so, you know. Since Chronoa can't utilize her Supreme Kai of Time abilities, this renders the power she showed last chapter basically useless. Therefore, everything falls on the Time Patrollers once again. The Time Vault scrolls are suddenly crystallizing, and with Chronoa unable to do anything, Few has free reign over time-space.
The Time Patrollers suddenly stopped being able to interact with history! We're so screwed! Some have been left stranded in the timelines. They can't even come back home anymore.
No more fixing history.
But utilizing his sword he dropped in the last chapter, you're able to undo the crystallization and enter the scroll. There you meet Few once again, who explains exactly why he's doing all of this.
But I wanted to stop by and talk to you, 'cause it might be the last chance we get. You deserve to know exactly what I've been up to. I used the time ring, the one I created, and I saw the future, if you can believe it. But the kicker is I totally regretted it. No joke. In the future, I learned you died at the hands of another. At first, I naively thought I could change things, that maybe something would be able to save you. I was wrong. All of my effort was in vain. No matter how I tried to alter it, you never survive into the future. To think you fought to uphold justice all this time and then you die, and in every outcome. What a downer. But now, all my fruitless efforts have come to an end. I found the solution, and it's so very simple. If I can't change it, then why not get rid of that future? Goodbye, tragedy.
So Few's true goal is the utter elimination of the future. Now it makes sense why he couldn't trust you or the Time Patrol to help, considering the job description.
Well then, what choice do you want to make this time?
I'm never going to ask you again. Would you still choose to protect the future at all costs? Even if it means sacrificing yourself? What a pain. You're so disgustingly selfless. All right, fine. I'll prove to you here and now that my solution is the only choice. The final battle begins now.
Few now has his own ultra supervillain form, and unlike the others, he takes on a completely new appearance. His techniques are on another level, and his control of space-time is nearly infinite. He opens up many time rifts, but the villains who pop out aren't simply the classic Dragon Ball villains.
Wait a second. You look familiar. Am I getting deja vu? It feels like we fought before.
These are villains you've faced before. Every mission you've played, every enemy you've encountered, these villains could be from any world you've faced. Even Toa and Mira arrive, seeking to settle the score with you once again. But Trunks brings up the idea that if these guys are from timelines you've been to, then the allies you saved there could also come to your aid. So you power your ki to the max as a signal to those you've helped in the past, as now it's their turn to help you.
Whoa! Are you okay? Sit tight, on my way! I thought I sensed some crazy energy out here. But this is even crazier than I realized! Don't know how you got yourself into this, but I'm not about to sit back and watch you get your butt kicked.
It's him! And him! And her! What's with all these bad guys?
And,
where are we?
Who cares? All we have to do is crush them all! Relax. We should assess the situation before involving ourselves. We're in the dark here.
Maybe. But we can't let these guys just have their way. Come on, let's help out.
An untold number of heroes and villains face each other in the ultimate final battle, but few was prepared for something like this. He creates a miniature black hole, one powered by the strongest ultra supervillain energy of all time, one made to wipe away the entire future from history. Anyone who runs out of stamina loses the ability to resist its pull, removing them from history as well. Everything is going exactly as Few predicted, and there's seemingly nothing he hasn't accounted for. The Time Patrol wonder, however, why didn't he summon the black hole in the Time Vault? He could have wiped out history easily that way, so why in this place? As the black hole is completed, you call out to Few and the villains, begging them not to throw their lives away.
Why do you waste your pity on bad guys? It won't change a thing in the long run. Nothing can save you, not even that good conscience of yours. It's over. As a matter of fact, it's that conscience that leads to your death. Talk about irony. Light bulb. Seeing as we're gonna be here for a moment, why don't I tell you how you die? Then you'll know what sort of man I really am. In the future, I saw you met a terrible end. I collected all the energy I could just to prevent that from happening. And yet, no matter how I changed it, someone always came along and murdered you in every outcome. It was like your death was an inevitable event in history, a true foregone conclusion. Time was mocking me. But still, I had a sliver of hope. I believed I was capable of saving a life just like a hero. I don't quite know when it started, but the futures began to converge into a single form, and no matter how I tried, I couldn't change it anymore. You would die. Over and over and over again. And I was the one who killed you. I'd used the crystals on myself. I had done it too many times, and the power they gave began to grow beyond my control. It was me. I would go berserk in every timeline, and you would always try to save me every time. You'd sacrifice yourself, and despite my intentions, I always ended up murdering you. What a big joke, am I right? After everything I had done, it was all for nothing! Plus, all my meddling had somehow gone and made everything even worse! But hey, it's still early enough in this timeline to win. And all I gotta do is get rid of this damned future! So, with all the power I can muster, I'll change your fate! Every bad guy who killed you in a variant future will be gone! The time-space in which you are destined to die will be erased! And as for my part in things, I'll never kill you again. I'm at the root of this whole mess. If I disappear, then your ending has to change.
If everything you say is true, then we'll definitely stop you. You can bet on that. Because no matter the timeline, your friend will always save you. You've played your villain act well. But did you really think you could bait the heroes into beating you like this?
Let's not pretend that I'm actually worth saving here. I'm little more than a murderer myself. I think we've said enough. I finally made it to the big moment. Once I close this black hole, it'll all be over. Once and for all time. I'll be out of your hair. The world won't suffer. And you can finally live happily ever after.
Stop it, you! Please don't do this!
This is goodbye. I had a fun life, thanks to you. Now, go on and enjoy the new world, hero.
You! No way. This can't be happening.
Few grew to consider you his best friend. Even if it's complicated, it's one of the only positive relationships he ever formed. His own family didn't seem to care about him outside of being a pawn to fulfill their plans. And while he enjoys the rest of the Time Patrol, he can't exactly get along with them. The characters he meets in history, while they're fun to play around with, there's countless versions of them across time and space, so it's kind of hard to form meaningful connections to them. But you're the first person to ever see him, both physically and metaphorically. You've been on quite the journey together, and no matter your feelings on him, he has grown quite attached to you. So when he witnessed that you die in the future, he saw that he was being robbed of one of the only good things in his life. He wished he could be a hero and save you, twisting history and powering himself up to change your fate. But it only led to the outcome becoming worse and worse. It was your noble nature that got you killed time and time again, just like with 16 and Gamma 2. Even with Bardock, few was shown that changing the future is a near impossible task. No matter what he did, he only made things worse until he was the one striking you down in each iteration. He found it all to be so foolish. Why should you have to die when all you do is save others? As said before, Few is just a kid. He can't understand why the most important thing in his life is being taken from him and is lashing out. Despite his incredible intellect, his wisdom and emotions are like a child who just can't grapple with how the world works. So, this was the only way to save you in his mind. But, in his own way, he did become a hero, doing the noble sacrifice to protect who he cares about the most.
Oh my gosh! What is that thing?
Let me go!
Phew! But why? The black hole?
A menacing presence unlike the Time Patrol has ever seen makes its debut, tossing few aside. The power it unleashes upon your allies turns them against you and Goku, making this a heck of an uphill battle. The bizarre creature can only talk in sporadic nonsense, as the Time Patrol and Fuse speculate on its true nature. This being is in essence the black hole given life, now fueled by the malicious desires and powers of every villain absorbed into it. That includes characters like Frieza, Cell, Kid Buu, Z Broly, Fuse Zamasu, Omega Shenron, Towa, Mira, and countless others. It even has Janemba, someone who's already an amalgamation of every Z villain's evil energy. And to top it all off, it has all of Fue's ultra supervillain energy poured into it, without a single drop left in Fue himself. That's why its appearance is based on him. This makes this creature by far the strongest threat in any Xenoverse plotline up to this point. It has no consciousness, it's simply driven by the collective Dragon Ball villain's desire to conquer and destroy, and now it sets its sights on you.
Damn it! Out like a light! No, Goku! Go away! Go away! Go away! I beg you! Just go away! I never wanted any of this to happen!
Isn't that Ultra Instinct? But it's...
Wait, Goku? What is this? What's happening to you? I don't believe it! What is this? Aura!
Ultra Supervillain has been shown in great lengths these past 4 DLCs. Those possessed by its power end up twisting into a distorted or regressed version of themselves, only seeking a way to satisfy their selfish desires. Goku Black no longer wanted mortals to be wiped out, but gathered like sheep to worship his godliness. Vegeta turned into a bloodthirsty barbarian, only concerned with defeating Kakarot. Jiren became so obsessed with his own weakness that he projected it onto the world, deeming the powerless as evil. Despite Frieza adapting to the power, it still regressed him back to his Resurrection F sensibilities. He was more concerned with jumping the gun and wiping away his enemies before he even got used to his new power, and it backfired spectacularly. Cronoa became obsessed with her job as Supreme Kai of Time, to the point she would distort history to protect it. And Fue would go to any lengths, even destroying the future, if it meant protecting you. The common theme among these guys is the crystals take your desires, your emotions, your feelings, and perverts them. And, well, they also reference Dragon Ball Super manga forms and moves. Goku, though, in the process of being taken over, utilizes the Ultra Instinct form and contains the power. The crystal energy becomes an aqua green and his entire left arm crystallizes. My theory is that the clear mind of Ultra Instinct prevents the crystal from influencing the user. If the mind and body are separate, then it has a harder time manipulating them. And not only does he resist it, he transforms it into his own power, known as Ultra Supervillain Quelled. The interesting thing here is that this Goku lacks the auto-dodge of Ultra Instinct, and he also doesn't have the distinctive echo this game gives that form's voice.
Think you can keep up? Feel free to try.
I'm going to surpass you, Dad.
Bring it on, Gohan.
This falls into what I said in the All Saiyan Forms Explained video, that Ultra Instinct is both a godly technique and a separate form that Goku unconsciously created to use the technique. Let's just call it the Silver Hair form. I believe Goku is using the Silver Hair form to conduct this power, but it isn't actually using the Ultra Instinct technique. Also, the hole in his chest, The tear in his gi, the way his hair spiked up. Come on, that's manga Ultra Instinct. Regardless, this is probably the strongest version of Goku in all of Xenoverse 2, with few believing him to be the personification of the future's potential. He always was fascinated by Goku, much like his father desired to test his might on the Saiyan. And now, he's fused Shining Ray of Light against a seemingly hopeless world. You know what this is, right? It's the classic Goku reforms the antagonist technique. Very potent, and only fails on the most evil of evil. His power is capable of taking down all the Z fighters, including Beast Gohan and Orange Piccolo, other allies from Universe 7, Kefla, Hit, and Jiren all at once. And not only that, his controlled Ultra Supervillain energy frees their minds upon their defeat.
I can't believe it. That creature got the better of me.
Likewise. But thanks to Goku, we're all coming back to our senses.
Well, what do you know? It seems you're losing your advantage. Get ready to taste some payback.
The black hole creature is angered by this, but resorts to the final part of its plan.
Now that's creepy.
Look out!
17! 17! What the? He's starting to disappear!
Damn it! What did that thing just do?
Expression, starlight, remorse. Hold on, what's it doing?
Crap! He got Piccolo!
Bastard! What kind of trick is this?
Don't panic. This battle is far from over.
All right then, let's do this! Come on, everyone. There's no time to waste. If this keeps up, everyone will disappear.
Every one of these characters are connected to a separate timeline, which is why they don't disappear altogether. The creature, now known as Future Doom, is unaffected by your collective assault, only able to be stunned by Goku to create an opening. Future Doom starts spawning black holes to absorb every timeline in existence, including... Wait, hold on! That's Timebreaker Bardock! It was left up in the air whether or not he survived his battle with Mira in the story, but now we have confirmation he's fighting somewhere across space and time. Well, anyway, time to disappear, buddy. Bye-bye.
Everything!
One by one, your allies are erased from existence.
As much as I'd love to help, looks like this might be game over for me.
Team, you're fading! Please, don't leave me behind!
Krillin, you have to fight. All of you. We can't let this thing have its way. Please, no, go. End this.
I can see through my arm. Is it my turn? You have to make sure you win. I know you can do it.
I'm sorry, everyone. The rest is up to you.
Gohan!
You're a time patroller, right? I can tell. Your fighting style says it all. I have faith in you all. Give him hell. Fight your hardest.
Oh no! The universe is about to lose a super elite! It's all up to you guys! Make sure you get rid of that dangerous thing!
My time is near. I remember you. You and Goku stopped my rampage. I feel safe leaving things in your hands. Don't let me down.
We can't help you anymore, but stay strong!
You got this. I know you can do it.
Hey you, Time Patroller! That smug face of yours reminds me of Kakarot, and it pisses me off. Whatever. You could probably give that freak a run for its money. Don't you dare lose.
until only Goku, Fu, and the player are left. And even that doesn't last forever.
And again! We're out of time! The crystal! That could have been bad. I'm sorry, you guys. Looks like this is the end for me. Goku, what? I know you can handle it. Using this power should be no sweat for you guys. Does he mean... Go on. Show it who's boss. And then, when it's over, let's go a few rounds, okay?
While we never learned exactly which Goku he was that you've met in the past, it really doesn't matter. He could be one from any timeline you've encountered, because at the end of the day, Goku is just Goku. He lends you his crystal power, now dubbed as the power to overcome. If you watch my Xenoverse 2 avatar video, you know now how a crazy power like this stacked on top of your character truly is. But even so, Future Doom pulls out all the stops to defend itself. You have to muster up all your strength to defeat the demon once and for all. The time nest starts to get sucked away, so the Time Patrol give their last words of encouragement before they're erased from existence. With the fate of every timeline resting on your shoulders, you give Future Doom a final blast of energy and ready yourself for the final strike.
Whoopsie! Left your back wide open!
Demon! Son!
Look at that! All the histories that were swallowed up. Everything will come back. It'll be like it used to again. It's done. Everything will go back to how it was meant to be.
But Fu isn't done with divine punishment just yet, this time coming in the form of a supreme scolding by Chronoa and the rest of the Time Patrol. With Future Doom gone, the ultra supervillain energy he'd been building up has dissipated into nothingness. Therefore, the future he'd been dreading has finally been avoided, and they can have their happy ending.
Oh, wait, hold it! None of that's the issue here! Can you even begin to comprehend how much damage you've done to the past? Just because it turned out fine, you think it's all water under the bridge? Well, you had better think again, Buster!
Take a chill pill! I never thought the damage I've caused was forgiven, not even once! Just trust me, I will never mess with history ever again! I think?
You think? Huh, I won't hold my breath.
If apologizing doesn't forgive my transgressions, then I'll just have to show you how sorry I am.
You'll show me?
Yeah. Starting today, I'm officially joining the Time Patrollers! I'll help you safeguard the future!
Hold on! None of us are gonna sign off on that!
No, I actually think this might be a good idea.
While it seems crazy for someone who messed with time as much as he did to join your ranks, it is the best possible way to keep him in line. Therefore, it's agreed upon.
Few can join the Time Patrol, but I just have one condition. And that is, he's going to be your responsibility. You'll work in tandem on every mission you're assigned.
Wait, For real? Then I'll have a front row seat to analyze all of your fights! My dream come true! Counting on you! So hyped!
But enough of that. We managed to overcome the crisis. So, everyone, you can have today off.
Great. Thanks for putting in the work.
You better listen to your mentor. Do everything you're told.
Yeah, I'm going to.
Who knew Fuel could have such a change of heart? I wouldn't have believed you if you told me. Our patroller is strong-willed. Trunks as well. Few is some good role models.
Time sure flies. It feels like just yesterday that they were nothing but sprouts themselves. But they've grown into a pair of brave and strong protectors.
Yeah, they have. Maybe they can handle some more important tasks, other than saving history. Exciting day for the Time Patrol. Who knows what'll happen next?
Trunks and your character are now promoted to the rank of Super Time Patroller, now the senior leaders for a new era in the Time Patrol. Chronoa even gives you new outfits to celebrate the rank. And let me tell ya, these look like the most modern Toriyama designed clothes I've seen in a minute. And just like that, the DLC, Future Saga, and Xenoverse 2 final credits roll. With a huge thanks to everyone. Even me? Oh geez, thank you. I've only been playing your DLC annually on launch day for the past 10 years, no big deal. But there is one more surprise in store for our Time Patroller. Few still has the time ring he promised to show you the future with. Wishing to fulfill his promise, he uses up the last bit of energy it has.
Alright, let's do this! This will be my final experiment! But like, for real this time! Okay, let's see. Hopefully this links up without much of a hitch. I can only imagine what the future looks like these days. I promise I won't do anything to change history again, okay? It's just a peek. We'll take a quick look around the future and come back. There's no need for you to be on high alert or anything. Looks like it's ready. Come on, let's take in the sights. Oh, is this the future? Amazing! Everything looks so new and exciting. It's completely different now. The worst outcome's gone. The ring's out of power. It's completely spent. I have no reason to ever want to use it again, especially now that I've kept my end of our promise. Hey, maybe you could, hold on to it for me? Think of it as a symbol of my resolve. Oh, and of my gratitude to you. You kept on fighting and found a better future. I'm so glad. Thank you.
I see a beautiful friendship blossoming between you two. Sorry to butt in, but you both are very busy today. Now quit messing around and get back to work!
For completing the game, you get the empty time ring along with the new patroller outfit. If you wear these new clothes back into the time nest, Trunks admits he doesn't feel he's earned the outfit just yet. Sounds like he let all the fraud allegations get to him, but he says he'll wear it one day when he feels he truly deserves it. It makes me think it's what he'll wear if he shows up in Xenoverse 3. And so, the story of Xenoverse 2, finally, truly this time, comes to an end. Bonus time! Bonus time! Did somebody say bonus time? Woo! Since there's only 2 parallel quests this time, I don't think I need to make another video for the extra quests, so let's just put them here for a fun bonus. First off is a God's Amusement, where Goku, Black, and Zamasu are utilizing Ultra Supervillain crystals to bring warriors from across space and time who hate Goku.
All I care about is seeing Goku bite the dust. The rest of you can shove it.
While few did use up all the ultra supervillain power, we know the quests don't always line up with the current story, as Toa and Miro show up long after their deaths in certain quests. The godly duo decide to fuse and finish you off themselves, with Goku and Vegeta leaving to perform the fusion dance. Zamasu corrupts himself, and Gogeta teams up with you to take them down.
How could I, the one god who towers above all, lose to you?
Phew. That actually worked out. I'll be honest, I wasn't sure how that would go.
Thank you for your help. Without you here, this timeline would have collapsed.
Frieza's right-hand man is about the tiny tyrant looking for the perfect subordinate to be his personal aide. You participate in a battle royale against other soldiers to see who will stand at the top. This is one of the only parts of the game with unique raspberry and a pool dialogue.
Not like us guys on the bottom rung have any hope of being his right hand. We'd have to beat the Doria, Zarbon, and the Ginyu Force.
Yeah, we don't have a snowball's chance. Not unless you have some kind of hidden superpower you've been keeping from me, Apule.
Well, funny you should mention it, because...
Nah, I know you don't. Probably better to give up while we're ahead.
You didn't let me finish my joke! Come on! If we're gonna do this, we can at least take down a few.
Then comes Frieza's elite henchman, hungry for the spot of top dog.
It's only natural that one of Lord Frieza's current aides is worthy of becoming his right hand.
You've got that right, Zarbon! Lord Frieza's right-hand man's gonna be me!
He wasn't entirely you.
And even the Ginyu Force joined the fray, with a sweet moment from the captain.
Captain Ginyu's the strongest fighter around! He should be Lord Frieza's right hand!
Me? His right hand? Listen, everyone. I think you're misunderstanding something. I don't want to be Lord Frieza's right hand.
But why not, Captain?
Well, if I weren't here, then who would be your captain?
Thank you, Captain! You're the best!
Despite you proving your worth, you're predictably too strong for Frieza's liking, so he deigns to beat you to a pulp as a way to tame you into a submissive soldier. Too bad for him, his brother decides to come tease him while also testing our powers. Once you beat them both, you are expelled from the army.
I've changed my mind. I don't need miscreants like you in my army. Leave us. If when next we meet you haven't reflected on your behavior, you can be assured that I will annihilate you as I would any enemy.
And for the final mode, we have the brand new Ultra Time Patrol. While being a survival gauntlet, it actually holds some story relevance after the events of Future Saga Chapter 4. And it also ends up being a celebration of your journey throughout the 10 years of Xenoverse 2. Chronoa assigns you a super tough mission, one that can only be accomplished with someone of your strength. You head to the Saiyan arc and face many characters that you've already beaten before. Then you encounter Goku, but it's the one you met in the Namek arc, hinting that you're going to be facing iterations of characters you've met personally throughout space and time. You go to the Supreme Kai's planet and face the foes of the Android and Boo arcs. Then you make your way to the unknown place in history where the heights of the base game meet you once again.
The Time Patrol? I never thought I'd run into you again.
It feels good to face Final Form Mira for a rematch, but now you're even greater than before. Instead of needing Goku's help, you can beat both Mira and Goku at the same time now. The Destroyed Future is your next stop, facing the heights of Dragon Ball Super. Then there's the Lava Ruined Tundra, where you fought Broly in the Legendary Pack mission. Next up is the Superhero Timeline, where the Supreme Kai of Time finally explains what's going on.
You can call this sort of cleanup mission. In your previous fights, you had enemies and allies from different time spaces gathering together in one place, right? And you know what that means, don't you? There's a whole bunch of generated from these distortions.
Essentially, all the history Future Doom gobbled up has been thrown into chaos, leading to this massive undertaking by the Time Patrol to correct history. Finally, you travel to the site of the final battle with Few.
Hey, long time no see. Perfect timing. Remember that promise we made? I asked you to go around with me once things calm down. Now's as good a chance as any.
I wonder, could this version be the mysterious Goku in the Xenoverse 3 teaser, due to him personifying the hope of the future? Probably not, but who knows?
What's going on here? And what's with that form? What have you done, Goku? No point in getting distracted. I'm going to end everything right here, right now.
You take down Few and give Goku his promised fight.
Good fight. Thanks for that.
Oh, wow. Guess I don't have to worry about the future anymore.
There. And that's a wrap. The timelines have been straightened out now.
I'm amazed. You actually took down every last opponent.
I have this nagging feeling there are other distortions in time that we need to fix. But with you and the rest of the Time Patrol here, I know we'll be just fine. I knew I was right to put my faith in you. Great job. Now the job's not over until you get home safe, so be careful on your way back.
All thanks to you, the most capable Time Patroller. And that's it. Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 is finally over. I don't think, outside of Dokkan, that a Dragon Ball game has been supported for this long. While the DLC initially started as just adapting the current Super arcs, it eventually created a unique story. The stuff with Dabra was a crazy reveal and brought attention to a mostly irrelevant character, like something heroes would do. The Ultra Supervillains, design-wise, aren't really that interesting outside of Few, but the way the story handles them made each tale told unique and fun. After reflection, I think Few is my favorite Dragon Ball character introduced in a video game. Infinite History was only his introduction, and he continued to grow from there. If it's like Dragon Ball Heroes, he started as an orphan lost in space-time, abandoned by his parents for the sake of a grand experiment. He's a naive kid wanting to learn about history and the universe he never grew up in. When he meets you, he learns about heroism and the determination for a bright future. But he also learned the pain of loss, or more accurately, the fear of loss, through your potential death. He may not have understood how to navigate this world, but with your help, you set him on the right path. Also, I've seen people say they went too easy on him for how much he messed with time. I do agree they're being soft with him, but I would also like to point to Trunks as an example of Chronoa being quite lenient when it comes to regretful time meddlers, even when they should know better. While Few was definitely more malicious, Trunks deliberately disobeyed orders and nearly messed with future Gohan's fate. And there's a timeline where Trunks does go back and save Gohan, which, per your suggestion, she could consider keeping around. And this is messing with mainline history, by the way, unlike Few, who up until recently only messed with riffs disconnected from the canon. Sure, his actions in the Future Saga were more severe than Trunks by an insanely wide margin, and he attacked Conton City, but they understood he was doing all that to protect you and the Time Patrol. So, from their perspective, while he isn't free from punishment, it makes sense they wouldn't just throw him in like Ultra Time Prison. This is Dragon Ball after all, where Goku makes friends with and reforms mass murderers. And most of them aren't naive kids like Few. I think keeping watch over him while also teaching how to protect history properly is the best way to handle him. Xenoverse 3 is going its own path for a story now, focusing on a group in Age 1000 divorced from the Time Patrol. But I don't think they'll be absent from the game entirely. Perhaps we'll see the Time Patrollers again, mainly Trunks and Few, keeping history safe from those who wish it harm. Next video will be about the Dragon Ball Heroes Big Bang Mission Arc, which is the big saga about Fu. So this video and the next kind of line up nicely together. Despite how different Xenoverse and Heroes write Fu, I don't see them as wholly different characters. To me, they are the same person who took two different paths in life, leading to different conclusions. While we got the good ending here, be prepared for a story where Fu doesn't exactly have the same noble intentions shown in Xenoverse. Thank you for taking the time to watch this whole video. I'm probably not completely done with Xenoverse, but I just wanted to make a big video to celebrate its end. Hope you have a good day, and I'll catch you next time.